The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, some great baseball series over the weekend. White Sox beat the Braves 8-1 on Sunday. Take the series from the Braves, the best team in baseball right now. This is your White Sox that did this case.
It's kind of a delightful surprise. I certainly wasn't going into this weekend thinking that the White Sox would win 2 games or 1. I really thought it was going to be a 3-game sweep in favor of Atlanta. But here we are. How about that? Some second-half momentum.
It's wonderful. Jake Berger with a homer that kind of set the tone for the game. 461.
That ball's crushed to left center field by Berger. And Jake Berger, a day after hitting number 20, has 21.
Is that impressive, Kenzie? 21 after 20?
Yeah.
How about 461 feet?
461 feet?
Not 408, which didn't impress you at all.
No.
It's from Lewis.
461 is pretty good. Now
Yeah, pretty good.
Now over the threshold. We're getting close to 500.
I really like him. Jake Berger is one of the few guys on the White Sox that I think has done a great job this year as we approach the trade deadline, and I'm ready for the White Sox to. I mean, ideally they would sell the team, but I'm now just ready for them to sell all the parts involved in the team. Berger is one of those guys that I'm more than happy to keep on the squad and build with the future. I really like him.
He's fun.
Yeah, he hits the ball really hard, and that is really cool.
Dylan Cease got his first win since May.
Oh,
how about that for a stat? What does that sound like, Kenzie? Kenzie's
Not good.
No, it's not. I mean, it's almost August, so a couple weeks away from August. It's not good.
He's my doppelganger. I really wish he'd be pitching better.
Please put up a side-by-side of you and Dylan Cease and see if the people think you look like him.
Who
Now, I know-
has told you that you do?
People that work here.
Who?
Terry Bell. T-Bone.
T-Bone?
T-Bone.
So he's gotten one. But you guys look at the cameras here at Q101.com, of course, our YouTube channel. See what you think.
I don't know. I just wanted to pull up.
Oh, you're trying to look at it now?
Just because you both have a mustache doesn't mean you look alike.
Yeah. It's amazing
That's it.
when people get a mustache, they look like everybody with a mustache. You know?
It's a club. It's
Yeah.
an exclusive club.
It is.
You can't grow a mustache, so don't talk about it.
I can.
Do it.
I had a goatee for a long time, and I remember shaving the bottom part off. I don't know. It looks weird. Look like Burt Reynolds.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what'd the Cubs do, Brian?
Everyone's going to be like, you look like Dylan Cease.
By the way, the White Sox take a break tonight to go to the Mets tomorrow. The Cubs had an awesome game against the Red Sox on Saturday, crushed them 10-4. Stroh crushed. Beautiful. So you figure Justin Steele, who's 9-2 for the Cubs on the Hill Sunday, they're going to take the series from the Red Sox. They didn't. Boy, they didn't. They got smashed 11-5. Not very good for the Cubs on Sunday. They lose the series. The Nationals at Wrigley tonight. So you get baseball in the worst air in the world again, I think we have today, something like that.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You want to know how bad it is? Because you think like, it's a little smoke. It's probably diluted. I have this vine plant. And last time this happened, it was end of August, end of
When was
June,
this?
early July.
Was this 1942?
Slawi. And last time it happened, we had this. My vine plant completely died. Like everything turned brown in those 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It just got healthy again, and then in this time frame of kind of 2-ish days, the entire thing died. And if it's doing that to a plant, did you just imagine? I find that terrifying.
I did something really well. So me and Megan got our drink on Saturday night a little bit at the house. So she was sleeping in. I go, I'll take Harper for a walk. Then I'll get her out of the house and give you time to pass out. I took Harper for an hour and 45-minute walk, not realizing the air could kill you yesterday.
That's great. Do you know how many people were Snapchatting you and stuff like this jerk with his baby outside?
Yeah, got a baby outside in the air.
Because I saw somebody with a baby outside and I texted my mom, she brought her baby out. You're on a lot of stories. I hope you weren't wearing a Q101 shirt.
I was actually carrying a Q101 flag behind me.
Oh, God.
So you were the one sending those messages to me. Idiot. Worst air ever. She's fine today.
Child
She's
Services shows up today.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Child Services shows up over air?
Well, your voice has been messed up for 6 weeks because of the air. I can't imagine what it did to your baby.
Damn Canadians. Get your wildfires out. Stop that crap.
I mean, it's also destroying their country, but let's be mad at them.
Also,
they've had to evacuate their homes.
Also, we do a pretty good job of putting out wildfires, right? Not so much.
I know, everyone's like, why aren't they asking for our help? And I'm like, well, we have some of our own fish to fry.
Yeah, someone else can help
It's
them
not
out.
going super.
Yeah. Steph Curry played in a golf tournament over the weekend and got a hole-in-one. This was a celebrity golf tournament. It sucks when you see somebody so good at one thing and then they're also awesome at another. Here's what the hole-in-one sounded like.
He can really play. Boy, this is right at it if it gets there. How about that?
Are you kidding me? He may not stop till he gets to the Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
This is making me not like Steph Curry. Because, like you, I don't like when people are good at two things. I had this issue with the actor Chris Pratt, who was on Parks and Rec and then the Jurassic World movies.
Yeah.
He was funny, but he was kind of chubby. And then he lost a bunch of weight and got hot.
He got
And
jacked.
You can't be hot and funny. That's not allowed. You can either be hot or funny. And he did both, and I started to not like him.
Let's let Kenzie judge that.
Well, here's the deal. If you're worried about Chris Pratt, he kind of has a cult hate following. So don't think of all the people you have to be worried about.
Okay.
A lot of people really, really dislike Chris Pratt. Things have gone downhill for him.
Well, join the club.
So
He was super likable for a long time, and then
the issue is, and I'm on the fence about it, okay? I'm on the fence of what he meant. I try not to overinterpret, but he was with Anna Faris for a long time. That seemed a little affair-y, okay? Ends up with the girl he's with now. Like, it seems like he cheated on her.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, right? Or
Oh, I don't know that. Is it?
That's right up your alley of something to know about. I don't know that.
Okay. So Anna Faris and him had a child, and I know it has a disability. I don't know if it's autism or Down syndrome, so it has some type of, and I believe you're not supposed to say special needs anymore. That's why I'm not saying that. I think you're supposed to say disability. I'm doing my best to learn. Okay, so they have that. He then gets the other girl pregnant, and they have a baby, and he posts on, I believe, Mother's Day and says, "Thank you for giving me a healthy child." And people were like, that's really bad.
That's not a great look.
But I also see the innocence of he could have considered his other child healthy too. Like they are alive and born. I don't know. But he has not had the greatest fan base ever since. So if you feel jealous, you can now feel less jealous.
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
Screw you, Steph Curry, too, while we're at it.
somehow that turned into screw you, Steph Curry.
Steph Curry seems like a nice guy.
Sure, yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Coming up after Imagine Dragons, your chance all week. We'll have Lollapalooza VIP tickets all week long. And the first pair we're giving away are for Thursday, August 3rd. That's Billie Eilish. That will be Portugal the Man and more. Lovejoy also playing that day. So that's coming up in Clash with Kenzie here in just about 3 minutes. We'll get you on the phones. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Want to be a Lollapalooza opening night with Billie Eilish, Portugal the Man, Lovejoy, Noah Khan. It's all there for you, plus about 60 other bands. And starting on Thursday just makes it so nice. Back to its usual spot of the first weekend in August, where we got comfortable with Lollapalooza, and the last pandemic years kept moving around. Just a weekend here, weekend there. Let's go. 312-591-8300. Teresa will be taking on Kenzie in a trivia contest.
Did you forget my name again?
No, I was giving pause for emphasis. Mm-hmm. Teresa, ahoy. Tell us something really quick about yourself.
Hello, hi. I'm a high school science teacher, so I haven't been awake this early in a long time. I'm training for the Chicago Half Marathon, so I'm up ready to do a run today.
Oh.
Wow, you sound impressive in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Let's go to somebody else.
Do you ever run with your significant other?
Yes, he's actually in the car with me.
Oh, so me and Case were driving home Friday on Lakeshore Drive and see this couple jogging together, and I said, I can't imagine anything more miserable than running with somebody.
And we love our partners. We just don't want to run with them.
Right.
I can't talk at the same time that I run.
That's what I mean.
I can barely breathe.
Yeah. So what do you want to eat tonight? Is that how it goes? Or you guys are probably just so fit and perfect, it's just a nice little run together?
We actually don't really run together. We just drive together and then go separate ways.
Oh, jeez.
They run away from each other.
God.
Run away, yeah.
Didn't mean to open up a can of worms there.
All right, let's play some trivia, Brian.
Okay, first one to 5 wins. Listen really careful. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Head.
It is tails.
Ooh.
Kenzie wins.
Suck it, Teresa.
All right, question number 1. Kenzie, are you ready?
Sure.
Here we go. Who was Luke Skywalker's father?
Oh, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader
Plot
is
twist, if you haven't seen it. It's a big thing that happens.
40-year-old spoiler. I knew you were that kind of person. Let's see. Back to Teresa. Approximately 95% of the jellyfish's body is made up of what?
Water.
Water is right. Good job.
Damn science teachers.
Kenzie, which president said, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again"?
That was George Bush. It was in a J. Cole song.
Wow, extra point almost, but we're not going to give it to you. All right, 2-1. Back to Teresa.
Yes.
Teresa, Cheyenne is the capital of what U.S. state?
Wyoming.
Wyoming is right. 2-2. Kenzie, how many letters are there in the English alphabet?
26.
You singing along? No? Okay, let's not do that. Teresa, who said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
Wayne Gretzky.
Wow, good call. A lot of people think that Michael Jordan. A lot of of people think Michael Jordan said
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say Michael J. Scott. Because on the show, he quotes himself saying the quote, and it's my favorite.
3-3.
And back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, who stars as Barbie in the upcoming Barbie movie?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah? She's hot.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah, good story, Brian.
I just wanted to
How
add
about
that.
you focus on your wife and daughter? Jesus.
All right.
4-3. Back to Teresa.
Teresa, how many time zones are there in the continental United States?
4.
4 is right. Tied up. Next question correct wins. Back to Kenzie.
Yes.
In boxing, a southpaw is someone who what?
Boxes with their left hand?
That's right. I didn't think you'd get that one.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't picture you knowing about southpaw.
My mom and dad are lefties. Pow pow.
Are they boxers?
Will we be fighting? You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry, Teresa.
No.
Wow, she's upset.
Oh, now you get to go
Yeah.
run. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, go run and
Now I
all.
have to go run, yeah.
Yeah, oh, geez, that's even a double whammy.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
I'll tell you what. 312-591-8300. Caller 10 right now is going to get those VIP tickets to Lollapalooza Thursday, August 3rd. From Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Call now.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And hopefully, you listen to the show in its entirety. If you don't, the podcast is waiting for you there at Q101.com at the end of every day. Because something happened at the end of the show Friday. It's just a random text out of nowhere. We weren't talking about it. Someone just texted Kenzie and said, hey, you got any tattoos?
I do get the most random text.
Hey, you got
I
any,
actually forgot that's how the conversation started. That's what made me laugh.
hey, you got any tattoos? Yeah. Just got send pictures of tattoos. It'd be cool. If you send me one of those, it'd be cool. Thanks. It's Mike. That'd be cool. So they got in the conversation of tattoos. I don't have any. Kenzie doesn't have any. As far as I know, Case the producer doesn't have any. I'm not opposed to them. I just never went through it. Never did it. There's, things I've thought about doing. But then Kenzie brought up the story of, well, I'll just let you tell the story.
No, so my husband is dead serious, but he really wants me to get his name tattooed on me. He's asked multiple times. He's open to where it is. He at first suggested face, and I said no. And
Neck
he's
tattoo?
so serious. He's like, you just like some little lower back action, whatever. He wants his name on me. And I'm like, okay. And I have no tattoos. And I go, I'll tell you what, if you get my name, I'll get your name.
That's a
I
ballsy
will.
move.
I'll do it. That's fine. And he said no. He goes, well, I'm not really into tattoos. And I go, but I have none. It's not like I have sleeves and you're like, can't you just add my name? I go, I have 0 tattoos also. So clearly I'm not a tattoo fanatic. And he is adamant. He goes, it's just different. It's just different for a girl to do it than a guy. And I go, in what way?
What an unusual request.
So he dead ass wants me to get his name. He's so serious. He wants his name on me. And I said, fine, let's go get a couple's tattoo. And now he's like, well, wait.
You called his bluff.
I was fine with it. I would have totally got it if he would have got my name.
You would have went through with it.
Yeah.
Where would you want to put it? The tramp stamp area?
I tramp stamp it. Or maybe an area they can't really see, like high hip or something, where
Yeah.
you wouldn't see it unless you were in a swimsuit.
What font? How big? We're talking about 12? We're talking
I
about
would have
20?
probably done a cute little cursive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done block letters. It would have had some cuteness to it,
Yeah.
Just like the size of a name, where you could read it. It wouldn't have been like, what is that script?
In case you want.
I actually I actually tricked him. And for Valentine's Day, I ordered off Etsy a custom tattoo.
Oh, you're evil.
Like a press-on one.
Yeah.
And it said Justin's, like it looked like his property type thing, like Justin's. And I put that on, and he got so excited. And I'm like, no, it was a press-on. But it was still cute.
That's so funny that he got fired up that you were branded with his name.
That's what he wants to do.
He was branding you.
Like I'm a cow.
Yeah.
It's a tiny.
Part of his cattle.
Yeah, I'm going to come home to and get cauterized.
That is so awesome. I'm glad you called his bluff and then he didn't go with anything he pulled out of it at the end of the day. He's like, yeah, this would be great.
But he still wants me to get it. He's not like, okay, fair, you're right, never mind. He's like, well, it's just different. Like, yeah, because this is my body, not yours.
Sure. I'd argue that a man's body is better to be a billboard than a woman's. Like, I don't want to ruin a woman's body.
Right.
But this is just whatever. This guy's body, sure, I'll do it, even though I've never done it.
And it's also easier to hide on a guy if you think of what a guy wears. Like, if he got, I mean, I understand why he wouldn't want this, but if he got, like, a tattoo on his hip, all his shorts and stuff are going to cover that. There's not going to be a scenario in which...
I just pictured Kenzie's on his hip. Like Kenzie's property on your husband. Oh, God. And he goes in the locker room.
If he got it on, like, his ass.
Oh, God.
There's not going to be any swimsuit that cuts a certain way. Like, you're not going to see it.
You never know. Might go to the thong bikini.
I'll see it.
Mm-hmm. 312-591-8300. First off, that story is amazing. I love it that you called his bluff. And does anybody have a tattoo story that could rival that? Because that made me laugh so hard at the end of the show, and we had to share it now earlier in the show so you can get it today. Ken is checking in from Lyle. Ken, ahoy.
Ahoy, guys. How's it going?
How's it going? Pretty good, bud.
Perfect. So, I'm a huge advocate of tattoos. Got my first one when I was 18. And over the years, the shop that I go to every Friday the 13th, they always do flash sheets. So you wait in line. You pick one or two depending on how the artist is feeling. You get what you get. You move on. Well, I kind of turned it into a sleeve. And so one September, I got a picture of the flash sheet. I was working. I'm like, oh, my gosh, mountains. I know exactly where I want those. Perfect. Get off work, go there, miss the line because they cut it off. So I ended up going back the next day. But whatever, got the tattoo. Fantastic. One of my favorite tattoos. Go back there around December or so, talking to the tattoo artist. And I'm like, look, you and I got to have a talk. He was like, honestly, I already know what you're going to say. But before you say anything, you were so excited, I couldn't say no to you. And I'm like, honestly, man, I'm not mad about it because I get to tell the story. So in September, I got these mountains. Lo and behold, they are the Bush Light Mountains from the Bush Light can. I am branded with the Bush Light Mountains on my arm.
Oh, you just thought they were mountains?
Yep. Thought they were just regular old mountains. Turns out, not the case. However, anytime I wear short sleeves, outside of work, at work, whatever, they're always visible. But honestly, unless you really know your gear logos, you're not going to know what they are.
I'm going to know Bush Light. I'm knowing those mountains. Do they turn blue when they get cold, too?
Not quite.
That's amazing. Head for the mountains of Bush Beer.
Exactly.
I've never heard that before. That's their song?
Yeah, that's their song.
That could be updated.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, we're talking about Kenzie's husbands, Brian and Kenzie on Q101, who said it'd be really awesome if you got my name tattooed on you. And Kenzie said, okay, cool. Let's do it together as a couple's tattoo thing. And he was like, well, no. I'm not putting your name on me.
The best was, he goes, well, tattoos aren't my thing. I'm not into tattoos. And I go, well, I also don't have any tattoos. I could understand if, I just had sleeves and all stuff. He's like, well, I have my name. I'm like, we're in the same boat on that. I have none.
You could squeeze my name right under your Shinedown tattoo. It's right there. You could squeeze Justin right in there. It'd be perfect.
Jeez.
Your tattoo story, 312-591-8300. Adam checking in from Crown Point. Adam, ahoy. What's up, man?
Ahoy. How y'all doing?
Excellent.
Good. All right, so check this out. My girlfriend, who's now my wife, which, Brian, we actually talked to Stephanie months ago, but at any rate, she's just my girlfriend at this point. Wasn't planning on marrying her, and she sent me a picture.
Wait a minute, let's stop there. Before you continue your story.
That was rough.
Why were you planning on marrying her?
Well, she was just my girlfriend at this time. She was going through a divorce, so at this time it was just kind of testing the waters out. We were just dating.
You were trying to figure out why he wanted to leave her You're like, wait, what's wrong with you?
There's got to be something here. Let's look behind her ears.
Divorces are expensive.
She's big on April Fool's Day. Like, it's a national holiday for her, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
Her cousin Ashley sends me a picture of her in the tattoo chair with my name tattooed on her, I guess it'd be like the lower hip, just below her belly button.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like...
Wait. Lower hip's not the belly button, is it? I mean, below the belly button, somewhere between the belly button and, right?
The side, well, yeah, but offset.
Okay. Just trying to get a visual.
So
Yikes.
I clearly see it's my name, and it's all taped up, and I'm turning green, and my stomach is getting upset. And I'm like, I don't believe this. Like, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul now. She's got my name tattooed on her. Big April Fool's Day joke because it was just drawn on. But she went to the tattoo place to play this joke on me.
That's awesome. But no part of you was slightly turned on, like, a little crazy. My name's on her.
No, at the time, I was really, really worked up because I just was dumbfounded that she would take it to that level. But okay, she's obviously into me. Let's go. And here we are, 5 years later, married.
Oh,
Wow.
she could have got it tattooed. It would have been fine. See, you ain't worried about nothing.
Would have worked out nicely.
Exactly.
Well, wow. Okay, good.
I like that he has the balls that he still was like, I'll stay with her.
Yeah. I guess I'll stick around.
I'll see it through.
Yeah.
We got the best text. Hold on. 312 texted in. I was getting Jolene tattooed on my inner thigh, but it was so painful I had to stop. Now I have Joe tattooed on my inner thigh, and I'm not going to do well if I go to prison.
I don't know if they're going to really examine that fully in prison in the situation and go like,
I don't think you've been to prison. They will look at that.
Fresh meat? I haven't been to prison. It's my worst fear ever of being wrongly convicted and going to prison of something like I didn't do. Like, it's one thing if I did it, fine, I'm going in. I'm a bad guy. But if I'm wrong, I'm soft. I mean, I'd be someone's girlfriend.
Is it bad that I started laughing when I imagined you being wrongly convicted and going to...
Oh, you'd love it. You'd be having such a good night every night.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
I wonder...
I could bring my little GoPro to go visit you.
I wonder whose bitch Brian is today.
That would be funny.
Oh, God. You ever been to Cook County? I've been in the lobby. I bailed somebody out once. You do not want to go to prison. That's one way I would think to get people to stop doing crime.
Who'd you bail out?
It was a friend that just got tied up in something. I don't want to get too far into it. But he had no one else to call, and I wasn't even his good friend. And he reached out to me, and I just felt bad. At $700 I had to come up with and get him out of jail.
But your name's probably now in the system because they think you're friends with criminals.
Oh, great.
You're definitely next on the wrongfully convicted list.
Let's go to Anthony checking in from the region. Anthony, ahoy, man. What's up?
Ahoy, man. How you doing today, guys?
We're doing awesome.
Growing up, this isn't really a couple tattoo, but still a tattoo story nonetheless. Growing up, we lived probably 2 or 3 blocks from a Burger King, and my dad had growing up as kids, my dad had crown tattoos all over his body. He had a tattoo on his back of a guy with a crown, and we're like, oh, it's the Burger King guy and all that. Come to find out later, he was actually a Latin king. So,
jeez.
You better have been respecting him.
Oh, you just thought he loved Whoppers. Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Is that how he explained it to you, or you just figured it out later?
We just figured it out later. He let us know just about his past and all that. Growing up in Chicago, he moved out to the region area to get away from that life and raise a family. So,
I don't know much about that life, but I see TV a lot where it's hard to get out of that life.
Exactly. He actually was. He didn't go to Cook County like you were just talking about, but he went down and he served time, and that kind of turned his life around a little bit. So he met my mom and then had some kids. But he's doing good now. He's doing really good.
I don't think Indiana's far enough. That's all I'm saying. If those guys want to get him back, just go over the Skyway, just get right over there. If I was
I like how your knowledge of this is the fact that you watch Chicago PD sometimes, by the way.
All right, keep checking in. By the way, great show. Keep checking in with your tattoo stories. Go ahead, Kenzie.
I just got the wildest text, and it's a first-time texter. This person has never texted before except to say, Kenzie, your husband's a slime bag. He won't get your name tattooed because he's cheating.
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
like, well, that feels like a jump.
Yeah,
I don't know. 815, if there's a further story, I would like screenshots, so it would be nice to send attached. Now you got me nervous. It's like, with me. I'm like, oh my God.
It's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.